Berserk, Volume 2, Chapter 1, The Guardians of Desire, Part 2. I was surprised there was only 2 chapters in this volume. I don't know if, the later volumes down the road they're going to have, more chapters in it and they're going to be less pages, but this one was like 123 pages for Chapter 2. But I think that's because a lot of it was a fight between Guts and Lord Zondark, or rather Lord Zondark taken over by the Count Daemon. And basically, it's like this thing that came out of the Count's mouth and went into Lord Zondark, and it's been feeding off of him and whatnot. And Guts knew this when he was fighting him. And the battle between Guts and the Daemon, Lord Zondark, was pretty intense. I had to look at it and try to follow along in the panels because it kind of got a little ridiculous. But I have to say, Kentaro Miura is an incredible mangaka. He presented and demonstrated this battle perfectly, in my opinion. I really did enjoy it. But Guts, cut off the dude's arm, and this tentacle came out, and he picked up the battle axe and was whipping the axe around like a whip, like it was insane. But Guts was blocking every single attack, and Puck couldn't believe it. Puck and Vargas, which is the physician, we finally get a name for him, are like, we can't see we can't see what's going on with our eyes, but Guts is blocking every attack. And Guts ends up cutting off the other arm, and then he cuts the dude's half of his head off, and he was still alive because it's actually a daemon that was controlling him. So what happened was Guts kind of took the whole building down, and it collapsed on him, and Vargas allowed him to escape or whatever. And he basically says, think of giving me the bailet as a down payment. And we find out what the bailet is. It's basically used as a key to open up to a demon dimension that overlaps our own. And there is the Godhand, who have been influencing the dark side of humanity ever since ancient times. And Guts obviously wants to be able to use it to get there to take out the Godhands. That's what it seems like to me. So he takes it as a down payment, and he leaves Vargas behind. But then Vargas gets captured, and then we hear later on that there's going to be execution, which is Guts' buddy, and it's Vargas to lure Guts out. And Puck is like, you need to go help him, this, that, and the other thing. And Puck actually gets to Guts a little bit and says, he starts feeling Guts' dark and violent emotions and whatnot. And then he says, you're afraid, aren't you? You're afraid. You're just like him. You're fighting a losing battle. Vargas is fighting enemies who he can't possibly defeat. And you're fighting the same type of battle with these evil spirits and demons that are after you because of the brand of sacrifice. And I was like, damn, that makes a lot of sense. He's fighting a losing battle, and he's afraid to be like Vargas, like a weak person. Maybe deep down inside, Guts feels like he's not strong enough to continue this battle for a long time, or even complete his objective, which is it seems to be killing the 5 Godhands. And Puck is able to sense this because he's an elf and he can sense emotions. As Puck goes to help Vargas, Guts says, get away from me, what do you know, whatever. He's an idiot, I'm not, whatever. Puck goes out there, and he actually tries to save Vargas, and Guts couldn't believe it. He's like, that idiot or whatever. He hits the battle axe and pops off of it. And, before that even happened, Puck was feeling all kinds of emotions from the hundreds of people in the crowd. Hysteria, fear, anger, guilt, everything. And I have a feeling, maybe this is going to play a role later on in the series, because he keeps feeling all of Guts' dark and violent emotions. I wonder if it's going to manifest in Puck somehow and actually be able to gain. He'll be able to gain powers or allow be able to maybe give Guts some powers or something. I don't know. I just feel like Guts is going to have to get some kind of upgrade to be able to continue this fight with the evil spirits and the demons, because, yes, he's a badass right now and he's been surviving, but I don't feel like they would mention that. I don't feel he would, I don't feel that mangaka would have Puck mention that he's afraid and that he's losing, he's basically fighting a losing battle. But then again, it could just be Puck, talking shit to Guts or whatever. But I feel like Guts will get some kind of upgrade down the line. And it even comes to a point where Puck's like, dude, he's not just swinging his sword wildly. He is a master swordsman. And that just shows us how, strong Guts really is. And then, we see a woman up in like the castle or whatever looking down over the execution platform. I wonder who that is. They really didn't show her or her face or anything like that. Then we get the people that are throwing away the corpses, and Guts is there, and he kills them, and he basically looks down at Vargas's head and says, "The look in your eyes is filled with vengeance. I will not end up like you. I will succeed. That is right. I will kill the Count with my own flesh and blood." Because what happens is the spirits of these corpses all start to attack Guts, and they're like, "We want revenge. We want our head. We want our arms. We want this. We want that." And he goes, "I'm not like you. I'm flesh and blood. You're just dead. I will do this with my own flesh and blood. I will kill the Count with my own flesh and blood." And that's how the chapter ends. Even though it was 123 pages, it was a pretty quick chapter. Like I said, it was him versus the daemon form of Lord Zarendark. A lot of that was took up a lot of pages. Then the execution and Puck talking shit to Guts and actually feeling more of his dark and violent emotions. And I really enjoyed Puck saying, "You're afraid. You're afraid of being just like Vargas, you know. You're afraid of losing this battle. That you're fighting a losing battle, and you're just like Vargas. He's fighting people that he possibly can't, defeat." And I thought that was interesting. So I think deep down inside, Guts has some kind of vulnerability to him. He puts on this cold, sarcastic, badass demeanor, like he doesn't care and he doesn't give a shit about anybody but himself. But I think that deep down inside, he has some kind of vulnerability. But if you guys enjoyed the video, if you like my Berserk reviews, hit the like button if you feel I deserve it. If you're a new viewer, subscribe for more Berserk and also Hunter x Hunter and other anime and episode and manga chapter reviews. In the comment section below, put Guts for the win if you watch this whole video. And let me know your thoughts on this chapter of Berserk. Do you think my theory is right that Guts is vulnerable deep down inside and he's just putting on a front? That he actually does feel like he's losing he's fighting a losing battle. Let me know your thoughts, guys. Thanks for watching. This has been my review for Volume 2, Chapter 1 of the Berserk manga, Guardians of Desire Part 2. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you in the next video.